Sandy a warm welcome.
Thank you very much. Great to be here. Great to be here. I'm subbing in for Raza, our head of growth, who actually had a presentation prepared, but I'm all you got. So, and then this is the only presentation I've got. So, but to start off with, we've been working with the Automata team for a while, and I think we're one of the first to start implementing the TD system. And it's fantastic to see the industry is waking up to this really novel idea of improving chain security, improving diversification. And this essentially makes the chain, not only more secure, but also more future-proof. And I think it's a great contribution along the lines of open source innovation that once you've built a holistic stack, the newer and newer different variations of provers can kind of join the system, and there's a continuity from the user experience perspective. Quickly, just kind of what is Scroll, and we started with the emoji, and we like the emoji. It's on every single app, and we've always kind of had a mission of wanting to scale with a rollup, and also we care about building something that's fully EDM compatible. So we're building a smart contract rollup, and lastly, we want to build an experience that's as smooth as scrolling on your phone. And so what we've done so far, we have made a little bit of progress on the tech side and made a little bit of progress on the system partner side, and we have a very fast-growing developer community, which we're really proud of. We're categorically the most compatible ZK chain. This is what we set out to build, and we've built it, and it's been running for a year, and everything seems to be working and still working, and we have probably the highest uptime amongst all of the chains, and we've managed to attract a little bit of liquidity and about 1.2 billion, and we have categorically the fastest finality. This is something that the market hasn't quite woken up to yet about why finality matters. But just like TEE, I suspect in a few months' time, this will become a meme, and then everyone will be talking about it. We'll all be wearing finality-related t-shirts. And why does this matter? This contributes to the interop between chains. Like everyone right now, when you go on a wallet, there's a scroll down bar, and there are about 10 different chain selections. And that turns people off. So when we look at on-chain stats, it's pretty clear that active participants, or so-called power users, is actually dwindling in terms of numbers. And I think the part of the fact that the UX, the wallet onboarding UX is really terrible is something that contributed to this. And also just the whole, there's no crypto brand that is breaking outside of the circle, and there's no crypto brand that is doing real outreach beyond the super degen core. So what is Scroll going to do about it? We're going to build more cool tech. And so for the next kind of 3 to 6 months, we're still hyper-focused on improving our chain optimization and moving closer to instant proving. And we'll be decentralizing at every level, both decentralizing prover and sequencer. These have been on our roadmap since day one. And now we've gotten the gas to a stage where it doesn't piss off our users every day. And then we're also going to double down on our commitment in the developing market. We think there's a huge opportunity there. This is where crypto will probably have the biggest product market fit. And by that is a crude way of putting it, but it's more just kind of about expanding the access of the blockchain and Ethereum universe. We're very, very fixated on bringing the powers of crypto and that kind of passive yield and income to the teachers, to the Uber drivers, people who are the average, the average who doesn't get the same level of financial service or access to information as a on-chain whale or a billionaire. We think that future is actually very, very close and very, very palpable. So we've tried a bunch of things to kind of get distribution. Distribution is super key and also super, super difficult. One thing to bear in mind compared to Web 2, Apple phone distribution costs a ton. It costs 30%. If anyone tried to build an app or anything that has an in-app purchase will know this. And but on-chain distribution, we've tried a bunch of things, and we also learned a lot of valuable lessons. So we ran this Marks program for a few months, And the amount of like bitching we got about it was like just surreal. And the amount of like death threats because the mark calculation was wrong, or like, there's like a few decimal places missing, and people calling me names and commenting on my looks. It's been a fantastic experience that I wouldn't wish on anyone. But what people are doing with their on-chain wallet is super clear. Like, you can see this chart is only going in one direction, despite what people are saying. And we've kind of managed to create this so-called like launchpad effect. So all of these projects that choose to launch on Scroll and participate in our incentive program, there's only one direction the chart goes as well. So people love this. People love, people respond to incentive. It sounds silly, but it's true. And so as we're continuously applying these on-chain incentives, we're also kind of trying to pull in more users and make sure that this is distributed like more and more widely. So we've engaged very actively with 60+ communities around the world. We're working with events organizers and on-the-ground onboarding support. All of these things just takes a lot of time, and but we're not doing it, and we're seeing a lot of results. And one of our core mantras and kind of what kind of motivates us is the belief that talent is evenly distributed, but opportunity is not. One thing that I like to talk about while in Singapore is that, obviously everyone here is super smart and works really hard, but the amount of like startup-related opportunity is not quite the same as San Francisco or New York. And why is that? It applies to every tech sector, but not necessarily in blockchain. And so we're very excited to kind of do more onboarding and as a kind of activation and kind of empower entrepreneurs who need this kind of global pool of liquidity in order to grow their platform. So a few builder testimonies, so some of the stats about how Scroll is the fastest developer ecosystem, and we do a lot of kind of activations there. In terms of design, we're very developer-centric and developer-first, and then the alpha today is that we're going to be launching our SDK soon with a slight twist to how it's used. So anyone wants to know more about it, feel free to DM me or reach me on Twitter and so on and so forth. This is a new thing, and please don't post on socials. We'll have a big announcement coming soon about this. But yeah, just to show the audience, thank you for your time. And